Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you, Ranking Member, for holding this hearing today and really bringing forward this important issue and this important subject, and one that's been overlooked for far too long. And I want to also thank our panelists here today, especially the families. I really want you to know how much I appreciated spending time in discussing with all of you yesterday just how important this was in learning more about your story and the sacrifices your families have made, and more about Sharri, your husband, of course, as well, and Eric, your service and the missions that you were on, and some of the overlapping cavalry assignments we had. I really appreciated that, and I want you to know how much I really thank you for being here and for being advocates and for what you're doing. And I know we've already summarized a great deal about what these bills will do. And for you here today, I mean, I can explain what a piece of legislation would do with words written on a piece of paper, but I think your testimony today will really convey to this committee just how important this is and why it matters so much for you and those that are in situations like yours. And Sharri, one of the things that you said yesterday that really stood out to me was, you said when your husband died that there were a lot of widowed women from previous conflicts, Korean War, World War II, that you became connected with, and they were trying to really stand in support of opportunities because they knew there would be widows that followed behind them. And for you here today, I think that's a lasting legacy of those that are going to come behind you, as we know we are going to face other conflicts that our country will face, that we will send men and women into combat to endure for us, and that they will tragically leave behind families of their own. And, you know, someday there's going to be a spouse that you talk to that will thank you for the work that you've done today. So thank you. And to the Edmundson family, thank you for your advocacy. I know you've completely rearranged your entire life to accommodate this circumstance that has really fallen on you and to your family, and to really see the connection and the bond that you have to put everything aside to care for your son and for his family is really just what makes the best of our country. And I want you to know that this bill is something that is long overdue and one that we are going to continue to work on. I've only been in Congress 11 months. I'm hardly an expert. I haven't been here as long as the folks on the top of the dais that have much more seniority than I do. But one thing I've learned while I've been here is that the easiest path in Congress is the status quo. It's hard to change anything. It's hard to do something that might be a little bit hard or a little bit difficult to explain, or maybe something that takes a little bit of political risk in order to do. And when that happens, the status quo just perpetuates over and over and over again. And families like yours then get left behind longer and longer. And so this bill today represents a shift, certainly in that, to try and achieve something that hasn't been done, that's long overdue, and might require some difficult decisions of policymakers. But I didn't run for office to push the easy button. I ran for office because I recognize that we face complicated challenges, and it's incumbent on us to really face that and do that in the most appropriate way. And you know, if the ranking member is sincere in his efforts to work together to find ways to sculpt this, I'm very open to that. I don't claim to have a monopoly on decision-making of how we go about things the best and most adequate way, but I think it shouldn't stop us from making ultimately what is in the best interest of those that are most severely impacted by the call of our country for the sacrifices that your families have made. So I'm encouraged by the work that we're doing on this committee. I'm hopeful that we can move this bill and get this done and really accomplish what is long overdue for the thousands of other families in similar situations to yours. And I can't thank you again how much it means to me for you to come here to testify in front of this committee today, for the rest of our panelists to be here and to provide your insight as well. We thank you for that. Mr. Chairman, with that, I'll yield back.